So hi guys, today it's good evening actually, and welcome to another exciting podcast with us with Rediscover the Northeast, and with a very new guest. And to introduce our guest, Colonel Gurpreet Singh. So he's from Punjab and with a total of almost 31 years in the army as work experience. And I met Colonel Gurpreet around I think 3 months back, right? So welcome to the show, Colonel
Thank
Gurpreet.
you. Thank
It
you.
is nice having you here,
Thank
and
you.
it's an honor for us.
Thank you.
So and you are the first army person in my podcast,
Okay.
right?
Pleasure. Pleasure.
So right from my childhood, in fact, I'm always been quite fascinated with the armed forces. फौज के साथ मैं हमेशा से मतलब बहुत ही फैसिनेटेड रहा हूँ. मेरा बहुत मन भी था जाने का, बट जा नहीं पाया. ओके, एंड आई लव टू वेयर कैमो. Most of my trips, I love wearing the camo. In fact, right now also I'm wearing a camo pant. So, welcome to the show.
Thank
And I think we'll have a lot of things to learn from you, and our audience will have a lot of things to learn from you.
Likewise, yeah.
And your total 31 years of experience in army, working all across the country, postings in all across the country, and so we'll speak with that in depth, right? And also we'll also speak about फौज एज अ करियर ऑप्शन फॉर द यूथ, कि यूथ को जाना चाहिए नहीं चाहिए, क्या करियर ऑप्शंस है करेंटली, क्या सिनेरियो है फौज में. और आप क्योंकि जस्ट रिसेंटली यू हैव रिटायर्ड, सो यू आर वेरी मच अवेयर अबाउट the current status of the Indian Defence Services. So we can have a great insightful, and our audience will have a great insightful from you. So again, welcome to the show, and please. So like, if we start, so when did you start your career? तो आप कब घुसे फौज में?
So I joined NDA in 1989.
1989. Okay.
And then 4 years of training, and then, including 1 year in IMA.
Okay.
And then the rest after that, 31 years in the army.
Okay. So NDA से IMA, so please explain. Like for example, you go to NDA after you're 12, right? After 12 आप NDA में जाते हो. तो उसमें I think integrated graduation भी होता है.
Graduation. So you're doing your graduation with army training.
Okay.
And then you further polish that for 1 year in IMA.
Okay.
And then
So
you get
IMA is like your masters के तरह होता है वो?
No, it's you're not like a master's, but it's your military training after that. The focus is military training. NDA is more like graduation and army subjects.
Okay. So what's the difference between army subjects and military training?
Basically, the focus there is also on your graduation in NDA.
So what are any subjects that you can choose, like any specialization?
Yeah, you have your arts and sciences like any other college.
And commerce, like any other normal college?
Yeah, basically 2 streams, arts and sciences.
So आपने क्या?
I chose arts.
You chose arts.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, of course, when you get to IMA, it's then purely military training with your basic weapons and all that. So military training.
Military training.
And then, yeah.
So NDA में भी आप लोग का weapons वगैरह के साथ तो training होता ही है?
हाँ, but that is more very
Physical.
Yeah, more physical. It's
Okay.
more to carry them than to use them.
Okay. So मैंने बहुत सारे मतलब स्टोरीज सुने हुए हैं ऑफ योर स्टार्टिंग एनडीए ट्रेनिंग डेज, और बोला जाता है कि सुना जाता है कि जो आपके बैचमेट्स होते हैं उनके साथ जो आपका बॉन्डिंग बनता है तो वो लाइफ लॉन्ग रह जाता है. और जो वो ट्रेनिंग का रूटीन होता है, मैं उसको रैगिंग नहीं बोलूँगा, बट जो आपको तैयार किया जाता है, मतलब आई थिंक यू आर being graduated from a boy to a man in NDA. So कुछ जो NDA के 4 साल थे तो कितने टफ थे, क्या आप लोगों का रूटीन था, कैसा ट्रेनिंग होता था, थोड़ा उसके बारे में बताइए.
So I think the basic thing was that when you go through that kind of a pressure chamber, that training, you get to know your comrades under pressure.
Right.
and they show their true colors to you. So you know a man inside out in those 3 years. तो अब आदमी को पहचान लेते हो कौन कैसा है. आप उसको इतने लंबे ड्यूरेशन के लिए अपने कैरेक्टर ट्रेट्स को छुपा नहीं सकते हो.
Right.
And that's where the bonding forms, because you
Positive,
understand
negative.
like-minded people or their bent of mind, and you know what or who you gel with, what you. So it kind of, I would say, in a cliched way, that it turns you into a man in the sense your basic traits of right from being quick to get ready to, you don't waste your time. You have to do so many things in a day. तो उस तरह से आप एक तरह से तैयार हो जाते हो.
तो आप लोगों का नॉर्मल, आई नो इट्स वे बैक 89, सो 89, 90, 91, 92 यू मस्ट हैव ग्रेजुएटेड फ्रॉम एनडीए, सो लॉन्ग टाइम बैक. बट क्या रूटीन होता था उस टाइम पे एनडीए में? सो हाउ वाज योर डे? राइट,
डे वाज सो पैक्ड.
सो व्हेन डिड द डे स्टार्टेड?
They would start with odd jobs at 4, 5, 4:30 in the morning. You get ready, you do train for the day, you get ready for the day, your rigs and everything. And then it starts with your drill and your PT lessons in the morning, breakfast, and then your classes. Which was, they would tire you so much by the time you got to your classes. So yeah, a lot of time there was.
तो सो जाते थे क्लास में?
Also,
सो जाते थे?
तो बिल्कुल. तो ऐसे होता था. तो आपकी खुराक भी ऐसी हो जाती थी.
खुराक बढ़ जाती थी?
तो खुराक ऐसी होती थी कि nobody would believe that you could eat so much.
Okay.
And
no, उस टाइम पे फिर you are young also, like 18, 19 years.
And then NDA teaches you how much you can take, how much you can go through. You discover yourself कि आपकी क्या क्या क्षमताएं हैं ऐसी जो कि आप खुद के बारे में नहीं जानते थे. So you also discover yourself.
Right.
And yeah, it's a journey of self discovery.
और सीनियर्स से कुछ मिलता रहता था लेट इन द नाइट, अर्ली इन द मॉर्निंग, ड्यूरिंग योर मैस, खाने के टाइम, तो वो सब कुछ?
हाँ, तो वो जब मिलता था और जो भी होता था तब लगता था कि इसका क्या पर्पस है, ये क्यों है, व्हाट अ वेस्ट ऑफ टाइम, इट्स सो इनह्यूमन एंड ऑल दैट. But like everybody says later on, and I agree with that, it is so useful. It breaks down parts of you and makes you see things within yourself, that all your fears come out. You kind of discover your fears, you transmute them, you go beyond them, and then they disappear. So what you were scared of, it shows you what you're scared of.
So do you want to talk about any, like उस टाइम पे आपके लिए वर्स्ट एक्सपीरियंस जिसमें आपको बहुत ज़्यादा डर लगा? कुछ ऐसे 2-3 एक्सपीरियंसेस जिसमें जो आपको एनडीए में मिले, इनिशियली, मतलब आफ्टर सेकेंड ईयर, थर्ड ईयर, आई थिंक थिंग्स शुड नॉर्मलाइज हो गया होगा, आप लोग सीनियर हो गए होंगे, बट इनिशियल जब आप फ्रेश घुसे थे, इनिशियल 1-2 साल, कुछ ऐसे 2-3 इंसिडेंट्स बता सकते हैं जिसमें मतलब आपका जो बोलते हैं ना बिल्कुल, मतलब कुछ ऐसा टॉर्चर मिला हो, कुछ ऐसा सिचुएशन मिला हो, कुछ if you would like to share?
So you have your fears, you have things like what if I go without food, or what they will do, or how will I survive through this, or what I'm capable of. And then you realize you can go through a lot, you can go without food, you can go without sleep.
So without food in the sense during the training part?
During the training part, as a kind of, in the normal parlance, you could call that ragging. I don't see it as ragging. It was like,
so so juniors were denied food in the mess?
Not food, but the time was so short sometimes that, and there was the pressure from seniors. So you had
कितना टाइम दिया जाता था खाना खाने के लिए?
मैं कहूँगा in the initial terms 15 मिनट भी बहुत ज़्यादा होता था.
और खाना आपको लेके आना है, बुफे लगा होता था?
वो लगा होता था टेबल पे, you were served, but still it used to be so fast. So that is the basis from where you realize people from that tenure, that part of their lives, they can really, it forms a habit. तेज खाना, जल्दी तैयार होना, जल्दी निकलना,
मतलब ये वो
सब करना, and then थिंकिंग ऑफ रिएक्शंस ऑन द स्पॉट, क्योंकि आपको पता है आपका जो डिले होगा किसी भी चीज़ में, यहाँ तक कि इवन जवाब देने में किसी बात का, तो बातें भी आपको ऐसे फुर्ती
और
हैं।
गुस्सा भी आता होगा बहुत।
हाँ, कह लो कि बुरा लगता होगा उस टाइम कि ये क्यों,
फिर
कैसे।
कंट्रोल में भी रहना है।
हाँ, वो भी रहना है। देयर आर लिमिट्स टू हाउ यू कैन बिहेव.
राइट।
And so what you go through, I would, now I look back and I say it was so beautiful, it was so wonderful, it shaped me.
फिजिकली कुछ ऐसा हुआ हो कि फिजिकली आपको मतलब आई डोंट नो कुछ ऐसा हो जिसमें आप फिजिकली मतलब जो बोलते हैं ना बिल्कुल एंड पॉइंट से भी आगे पहुंच गए हो आप ड्यूरिंग द ट्रेनिंग, और मे बी यू नो सीनियर्स के द्वारा कुछ ऐसा कराया गया हो, ऐसा कुछ याद हो आपको?
ये बहुत कुछ कराया जाता है, बट सबसे एक जो चीज़ मैंने रियलाइज़ करी कि आदमी खड़े खड़े भी सो सकता है। एक आगे अपने कोर्समेट का, बैचमेट का हाथ पकड़ के नींद में भी चल सकता है रात में, और वो फेंस क्रॉस कर रहा है या पैर उठा रहा है तो आपकी भी वो इंस्टिंक्ट हो जाती है कि
आप भी उठाओ।
यू कैन डू इट व्हाइल यू आर asleep. Now these things sound very weird, and you would say how is that possible, but
Right.
the human body can go through so much and it can take so much that, like I said, you transcend your own capabilities, and you know what, yeah, you lose fear. You're like, okay, what can be worse? And so, to put it simply, it does make you braver. Yeah, you discover your true potential.
Right. And I think human body is such a wonderful thing. So you can like train it as
वो वहाँ
and
जाके
take it
पता
to the
लगता
limits of like तो ऐसे ट्रेनिंग्स में और ऐसे जगहों में आई थिंक वो पता चल जाता
है,
है।
वो पता चलता है कि हाउ मच यू कैन टेक, हाउ स्ट्रॉन्ग यू आर. यू डिडंट इवन नो दैट, you know, you would say, oh, I'm capable of so much, and sometimes you break down, and that breaking down tells you, oh, that was nothing.
Right.
You know, I'm capable of so much more.
So much more.
So when you look back, you're very grateful, you're thankful for your time there.
एंड अभी भी आप टच में हैं एनडीए के अपने बैचमेट्स के साथ?
हाँ जी, उतना नहीं हूँ जितना चाहूँगा, बट काफ़ी
हद तक
yeah, there's some good friendships that were formed
during the NDA
yeah,
days.
and they were
And
all,
4 years is a long time.
is a long time to form bonds, to know other people. So yeah,
Okay.
I think it's the bedrock of who you become. You can take it anywhere. आप इस चीज़ को किसी भी दिशा में ले जा सकते
ले जा सकते
आपका जो भी इंटरेस्ट है, जो भी आपके इंस्टिंक्ट्स हैं, आपको इसको अच्छी डायरेक्शन में भी ले जा सकते हो, गलत उसमें, बट इट शोज यू हु यू कैन बिकम.
So once you pass out of NDA, so you have just you have become an officer, right? I think उस time पे lieutenant.
After IMA, yeah.
Okay.
a
So
second
when you pass out of IMA, उसके बाद you get the second lieutenant.
then you
Okay.
get that, right.
So would you like to talk about the IMA days? So 1 साल या 2 साल का था?
1 साल IMA
एक साल,
में.
okay.
And yeah, then it's just a honing and polishing of whatever you learnt in NDA. Of course, it doesn't compare to the strenuous routine of NDA. So it becomes very easy for you, even though IMA is tough, but it becomes comparatively very easy.
And what
for
I
you.
have, you know, studied and learned and heard and watched so many podcasts of, you know, ex-army personnel. So IMA is like जिसमें आपको सारे वो जो ऑफिसर वाले ट्रेड्स हैं वो सिखाए जाते हैं. And also I think you have to prove yourself in front of the trainers who are not officers or the jawans who are there कि physically you can do more than them. So you set an example. Something ऐसा कुछ है IMA के दिन में?
I think you set examples for yourself.
Okay.
दूसरों को तो उस time you're too young to set examples for other people, but for your comrades, for your friends, you can overcome so much that you could inspire your batchmates, and you could do things. You see your transformation,
Right.
where initially you would hide from things and you know shy away from doing things, and you become somebody who takes on things to do.
Right.
In whatever could be your forte, whatever could be your expertise and your strengths. So
Okay.
you discover that, and you come to know what you like, what you would want to do. So like that.
So any particular physical training or activity in IMA which was like very, very, very strenuous and harder than NDA days or something which you want to share?
No, we just have our camps where we walk with a lot of load over long distances.
Okay. So walk or running? Jogging?
Walk, run, I mean, it's all timed and all that.
And
So
how much distance?
it varies from 20, 30 or 40 kilometers.
Okay,
things
and
like
you
that.
have to carry a lot of load.
Yeah, you got to
Pithu-
carry.
pithu,
So initially, I mean, those distances come later on in life. But yeah, about 15, 20, 25 so like
Kgs.
that.
Kilometers.
Kilometers, and of course, similar loads,
पिट्ठू लेके
your
चल
weapon and all that. So yeah,
तो टोटल कितना वेट उठा के चलते थे उस
25-30
30 kg?
हाँ, तो ऐसे करके, and then you do very long exercises, patrols or
Okay, okay. So like after 1 year of IMA, then you passed out and then you were allotted the unit.
Yeah.
So unit you can choose or you are allotted basically.
you choose, and then if you're lucky you get what you want. But then I also realized that his plans are more creative than yours.
Okay.
So when you get something that is exactly what he wants for you,
Okay.
so you might want something else, but what is given to you is what is best for you, because that man up above, his creativity, knowing what's best for you, is unmatched. So I had opted for different things, but what I got after my career, now I realize there
So were
could
you
have been
happy?
nothing.
Were you happy?
I was very happy. I had the adventure of my life. I went and saw places, people, friends, cultures, and after I retired, I realized this is exactly what I wanted.
Okay.
I wouldn't have.
So you
opted
retired
for
from the same unit which was allotted to you after
Yeah, so
IMA?
generally you have that as your, affiliation.
Okay, okay.
You go out, do other tenures, left, right, but that is your
Core.
family.
That is your family.
That remains your core.
So, and any such like during your training in 1 year of IMA, okay, and maybe your past 4 years of NDA. So, I think units are allotted as per certain criteria of the individual ki as per his physical ability, mental ability, ऐसा कुछ होता होगा शायद?
It plays a role,
Okay.
but not very strictly. So you
Not
could
very
get
strictly.
anything. Yeah.
Okay.
It's
So कुछ ऐसा lottery system होता है कैसे allotment like?
Yeah, it's also a draw of luck.
Okay.
And based on certain abilities, some people, कईयों को होता है कि कुछ चीज़ें उन्होंने बिल्कुल ही अवॉइड करनी है, दूसरे होंगे उनको वही चीज़ें चाहिए, उनको वो चीज़ें अच्छी लगती है, किसी का पढ़ाई की तरफ ज़्यादा तवज्जो है, किसी का एडवेंचर की तरफ है. So what suits you in the end?
तो आपका इंक्लिनेशन किस तरफ ज़्यादा था?
तो मेरा तो
मतलब लाइक एक्शन एडवेंचर वैसा था या कुछ?
इन्फेंट्री की तरफ था.
ओके, सो यू वांटेड मोर ऑफ एक्शन, you are looking for more of action.
You're not looking for action, but that kind of
Inclination
way of life.
like way of life.
Okay, this is good. This is a life with your troops, your men. It's an adventure. It's in the field.
Right.
And so yeah, and somehow at that young age, impressionable age, you are inspired. You feel, oh, this is something which is good. This is better than what others are doing.
And this is what I was looking out for.
हाँ, so लगता है कि हाँ नहीं, इससे कम नहीं होना चाहिए या ऐसा होना चाहिए, तो वो मिल गया.
चलिए, okay. So which was your first posting location?
So my first posting was Siachen Glacier.
First posting ही आपको सियाचिन भेज दिया?
हाँ, मतलब वो यूनिट जा रही थी, जिस यूनिट में मैं गया.
Okay.
तो
So what क्या एज था आपका उस टाइम पे? 23, 24?
Yeah, 23.
23, okay.
So I'm lucky I got to do it very early in life, where one is.
But एक बार अगर आप जाते हो ग्लेशियर में तो सेकंड टाइम आपको नहीं भेजते हैं उस पोस्टिंग में?
जनरली ऐसा होता है.
Okay. और
कई लोग हैं जिन्होंने दोबारा भी कर लिया होगा, करते हैं.
Okay, okay. So कितने दिन का नॉर्मली होता है सियाचिन ग्लेशियर
It
का
all depends on the altitude, what altitude you are on. So the higher you go in altitude, the lesser number of days. So depending on that.
Okay, okay. सो पहले ही आप मतलब सियाचिन बेस कैंप चले गए,
हाँ बेस कैंप,
तो वहाँ पे कुछ एक्लिमेटाइजेशन के लिए कुछ दिन होता होगा,
एक्लिमेटाइजेशन, बेसिक
एंड
training
ट्रेनिंग
and
वगैरह, माउंटेन
mountain
क्लाइंबिंग
training
वगैरह,
and something or precautions in the snow and those kind of things.
All
So
those kind of
you
trainings.
kind of become a mini mountaineer.
ओके। और पोस्ट तक ऊपर चढ़ने में तो यू हैव टू लाइक कितना टाइम लग जाता है, कितने दिन लगते होंगे ना?
तो अलग अलग पोस्ट का है जनरली। तो उस टाइम जैसे द पोस्ट आई वेंट टू, इट वाज 3 days, but then you halt, you acclimatize, so could take just under a week.
सो द पोस्ट जिसमें आप गए थे तो क्या हाइट में था वो?
So that was about between I think 16, 17, somewhat 1,000 feet.
1000 feet, okay.
And yeah.
सो व्हेन वी वर क्लाइंबिंग, लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल आप बोल रहे थे कि 3 दिन मुझे लग गए अपने पोस्ट में पहुंचने में, सो बीच में 3 दिन में आप लोग का डेजिग्नेटेड स्पॉट होता है वेयर यू हॉल्ट फॉर द
You
नाइट?
have those staging forward places.
Okay.
So you stay there at each
तो वहाँ पे
place
ऑलरेडी
for-
कैंप वगैरह बना रहता है?
बना होता है, तो 2-3 दिन उधर रुको, acclimatize करो, then go to the next height, like that, so that your body acclimatizes to that altitude.
So we are talking about like 23, 24, so it must be almost early 90s, right?
Yeah, early 90s, 93, 94.
उस टाइम पे जो गियर वगैरह आप लोग को दिया जाता था, अलॉट होता था, और आज के डेट में जो है उसमें तो आई थिंक ज़मीन आसमान का फ़र्क होगा।
हाँ, हर चीज़ में फ़र्क पड़ गया।
सो उस टाइम पे कुछ बताना चाहेंगे किस तरीके का गियर था एंड व्हाट्स द डिफरेंस विद द करंट गियर? जैसे आज के डेट में अगर एक अफसर या सोल्जर ग्लेशियर में जा रहा है पोस्टिंग में, अभी उसको जो गियर अलॉट होगा और आप लोगों को जो मिला था अर्ली 90s में, सो कैन यू टेल अस अबाउट द डिफरेंस? बिकॉज गियर इज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट रोल, राइट? वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट।
सो तब वो था कि लाइक यू आर गोइंग on a small trek to Nagaland kind of gear.
Okay. Okay.
And now the gear is, if I had to choose for myself, if I'm going to the Swiss Alps or I'm going on a holiday to Europe, and what I would buy for myself, so that is the quality now.
That's the quality now.
Yeah.
So उस टाइम पे like I think डाउन जैकेट्स और मतलब क्या जैकेट्स मिलते थे आप लोगों को?
जैकेट्स वगैरह तो फिर भी ठीक थे, डाउन जैकेट वगैरह मिलता था, बट अभी बाकी सब कुछ इम्प्रूव हो गया है।
बूट्स वगैरह,
बूट्स, नाइस बूट, लाइटर,
उस टाइम पे कैसे बूट्स होते थे? वही सफेद मैंने देखा है ग्लेशियर में जो व्हाइट कलर के बड़े, तो वैसा ही था उस टाइम पे?
वैसा ही था। अब इट वाज गुड इनफ, इट वाज गुड, बट नाउ ऑफ कोर्स विद एवरी फील्ड टेक्नोलॉजी इज एडवांस सो मच, इक्विपमेंट हैज गॉटन
बेटर। बट अर्लियर डेज में मेरे पास भी था एक आध जैकेट, तो दे वर वेरी हैवी, मतलब उस टाइम का जो बूट था इट वाज सो हैवी। बट अभी रिसेंट अभी मैंने 2-3 साल में जो मैंने परचेज किया, मतलब फ्रॉम आर्मी कैंटीन्स ओनली, हाई पोस्ट में, बट अभी का जो गियर आ गया है, मतलब आप शूज बोलो, जैकेट्स बोलो, दे हैव बिकम सो लाइट वेट।
Yeah, I think that has happened in every field. I mean, even our sports gear or whatever you go shopping and buy, the quality of what you get now compared to those days. So वो हर जगह ही फर्क आ गया।
बिकॉज एक फौजी को, अफसर हो या जवान हो, उसको अपना वेपन है, बाकी रक्षक है, ठीक है ना, वो तो ऑब्वियसली कैरी करना ही है, उसका वेट तो यू कैनॉट कॉम्प्रोमाइज। जो आपको राशन लेके जाना है, जो वेपन का वेट होगा वो सब तो रहेगा, बट उसके अलावा इफ़ योर गियर इज ऑल्सो वेरी हैवी, तो एंड इफ़ यू आर क्लाइंबिंग ऑल्टीट्यूड तो बहुत ज़्यादा दिक्कत होता होगा ना, बिकॉज सांस भी फूल रहा है आपका, सो दैट मेक्स अ हेल लॉट ऑफ अ डिफरेंस आई बिलीव।
Yeah, so you can take pride on the fact that yeah, we did it with
those gear,
that gear of that
at that time. But all due respect, because उस टाइम पे वो टेक्नोलॉजी नहीं था, जो भी अवेलेबल था भारत
best
वो
available
था, जो भी
was
बेस्ट
given,
अवेलेबल था वो दिया आप लोगों को। So would you like to talk about the life in the high post of Siachen Glacier? So I think still it is the most difficult battlefield in the world.
Yeah, I think so. I think
Yes.
so.
And still Indian Army is like holding those posts, and still they are very very difficult positions to be there, right?
Yeah, in one way it's become worse now because the condition, the local conditions, because the pollution and everything, how the living conditions, the environment has deteriorated.
Okay. So global warming?
No, if troops have been living there for 30 years, rotating. So the whatever they leave behind, that makes the environment dirtier, the water, the ice dirtier, the snow that you use as ice and melt and drink water, because पानी क्या था, बर्फ काटा, उसको पिघाल के पिया।
राइट। और ऐसा भी नहीं कि आपको बर्फ काटने के लिए आप बहुत दूर जाओ, इतना तो वहाँ पे आप अपने आप को एग्जॉस्ट नहीं कर सकते हो, आसपास से लेना है तो वो गंदा भी होगा।
तो वो बहुत फ़र्क पड़ गया, तो काफ़ी अभी जितना हमारे टाइम में साफ था उतना साफ नहीं होगा
अभी नहीं
सो
होगा,
इन दैट रिस्पेक्ट इट्स बिकम वर्स फॉर पीपल हु गोइंग नाउ.
राइट.
द कंटामिनेशन इज
और
वर्स.
राशन वगैरह कैसा मिलता है? मतलब जैसे अभी मैं लास्ट कुछ ऐसे ही मैंने देखा कि जो भी राशन अभी मिल रहा है, चॉकलेट्स, अभी तो रियल के जूसेस, तो उस टाइम पे आप लोग के पास कैसा राशन
ऐसा ही
होता है?
मिलता था, अच्छा राशन मिलता था, बट इट वाज ऑल प्रोसेस्ड फूड.
ऑल प्रोसेस्ड.
There was nothing fresh, so that took a toll on your body because
Right.
for the entire
So
duration you're
processed
having
food is जो
tinned
भी
processed food.
DRDO कैन जो आप लोग का
हाँ,
रेडीमेड
तो
होता है, उसको बस you know you
Yeah.
open the can and you have it.
Yeah, or heat it or like that. So that does spoil your.
So there is
affects you.
no cooking up there, right?
नहीं, cooking होती है.
So you cook fresh
You
food.
heat it. No, not fresh, but the same tinned food. And
tin food you cook
open
it
and you
and,
heat it, and so it's processed basically.
प्रोसेस्ड. सो उस हाइट में दिन में कितना टाइम खाना खा पाता है आदमी?
हाँ, भूख तो मर जाती है. So you just eat to survive because you don't feel all that hungry. Your appetite finishes.
फिनिशेस. बस ये है कि अभी खाने का टाइम है तो डिनर टाइम है खा लो, लंच टाइम है खा लो.
बस.
राइट, राइट. और आई थिंक डे टू डे जो एक्टिविटीज़ है, मतलब आंसरिंग टू नेचर्स कॉल एंड ये सब बहुत ज़्यादा डिफिकल्ट होता होगा.
Yeah, बाकी day to day activities was just guarding, manning the post, living there, managing your health, managing your survival there. And if you are able to do that, then you've got a radio. There was no phones, nothing. So you were writing letters to people, and yeah. And if you have time more than that, then you read a book. So,
Right.
Yeah. So my favorite memory of Siachen Glacier was starting and finishing the book Catch 22.
Okay.
And
So
so that's a
so that
memory.
book you carried to Catch 22. So how many books did you carry?
I kept getting a lot of books,
Okay.
but this is something I remember.
Catch 22.
Yeah, because I used to
So
laugh.
what was about it, this book?
It's a satire, it's so funny, it's so comic that I would laugh a lot reading every page of it, and my troops thought that इस आदमी को altitude effect हो गया, कोई इतना नहीं हंस सकता है, वो बर्फ की वजह से, lack of oxygen की वजह से सटक गया है ये, इसका दिमाग काम करना. तो मुझे वो बोलते थे कि you are not well, how can anybody laugh so much?
Okay.
So I would say, no, yeah, this book is actually that funny.
And as an officer, so how was it, keeping your men motivated and staying there in such harsh and tough conditions up there? लोगों का वो भी हो जाता होगा, मतलब I mean to say depression या मतलब how do you, because आपको वो अपने men के आगे तो you cannot show, right? So how did you keep them motivated, and जो भी ड्यूरेशन के लिए आप थे वहाँ पे, उसका कुछ आपको मेमोरी हो?
Depression and all these things are basically
डे टू डे उसमें आता नहीं होगा.
too much of time.
Too much
But
of
when
time.
you're busy, when you have to maintain the post, remove the snow, you have to take care of so many things, you don't have time to
So
get
वो डे टू
depressed.
डे एक एक्टिविटी हो जाता है. बट जैसे हम भी आज कोई अगर हाई ऑल्टीट्यूड या बहुत ज़्यादा ठंडा जगह में जाते हैं, जस्ट डूइंग योर बेसिक थिंग्स, इवन गोइंग टू द वॉशरूम इज सच अ टीडियस जॉब. आई एम जस्ट टॉकिंग अबाउट से 5-6 degrees, 2 degrees temperatures. वहाँ पे तो आई थिंक ग्लेशियर में द टेम्परेचर्स डिप, आई थिंक अप टू ऑलमोस्ट -40, -45, 50 तक भी चल शायद डिप हो
हाँ,
जाता
in
है.
some parts होता है तो -20, 25 ऐसे करके रहता है.
तो उस ठंड में आई मीन जस्ट आंसरिंग टू नेचर्स कॉल इज ऑल्सो अ ह्यूज टास्क, आई बिलीव.
Yeah, but I think I've got good memories because it was quite an adventure. जैसे आप voluntarily, if somebody wants to go to Everest base camp or a mountain,
राइट.
you enjoy it because it becomes an adventure.
Right.
It's only when something is forced on you, then you feel, oh, ये कहाँ फंस गए हैं.
राइट.
So, yeah, and especially because at that age, when you're so young, it's an adventure.
It's an adventure
Yeah.
for you, right? So what was your total stay duration up there?
So on the post, it was just under 70 days, and the rest of it, we spent 6 months there. The rest of it was in the base camp and other places.
Okay.
तो post पे इतना ही time था,
Okay.
as prescribed for that altitude.
Oh, okay. So total almost around about a year there. Okay. So in this complete 31 years, so you must have been all over India, right?
Yes, I have had the privilege of living, interacting, making friends with almost every community in the country,
Okay.
and that diversity kind of increased my adaptability, and I just loved it. I just loved it. Yeah.
So, do you want to talk about the toughest postings during this tenure of 31 years? जिसमें आपको लगा हो कि यार जितना जल्दी यहाँ से दूसरी जगह ट्रांसफ़र हो जाए.
मेरे लिए personally toughest was when I had to sit with the boss in an office and push paper.
Oh, okay.
कागज काले करने पड़े कहीं,
हाँ.
किसी पीस स्टेशन में, किसी फिरोजपुर या ऐसी जगह में. That
But you were happy in when you were posted in JNK,
But when
yeah, Northeast.
these things were there, you were with your friends, comrades, you were laughing so much, you were walking, climbing mountains. It was such an adventure. It was happiness. It was like I felt I was on a constant holiday for these 3 decades, you know, like that.
But जो मतलब ऑफिस वाला काम उसमें आपको लगा कि यार यहाँ से निकलना है बस.
हाँ, वो एक आध जगह ऐसी पोस्टिंग थी जहाँ पे बस वो बैठ के आप वो काम कर रहे हो,
हाँ.
टेबल वर्क, which was like actually life like in a branch of State Bank of India or something, कि आप
Right, doing official work.
हाँ, तो वो एक आध जगह ऐसी थी.
Okay.
बाकी तो otherwise it was
All
it was an
adventure.
adventure.
It was an adventure. Okay. So, you are also the recipient of a Gallantry Award, right? So, and it's a big honor, right? So, you want to talk about कि कौन सा ऐसे ऑपरेशन या उसमें आपको मिला, उस जिसके लिए आपको मिला, या लोकेशन हो या कुछ.
तो ये उड़ी सेक्टर में some militants crossed over.
Okay.
And they were crossed over close to my post. So I was lucky to be present there at that time.
Okay.
And we got to surround them, and this happened, and I got a Gallantry Award. 2 of my men also got it.
Okay.
And I only see it as a transformation of my life, because मुझे बाद में ऐसा लगा कि किसी ने अपनी जान दी मेरे को वो स्ट्राइपेंड, वो पैसा, वो फैसिलिटीज, वो पर्क्स देने के लिए.
किसी ने मतलब वो तो दुश्मन था ना, मतलब
अब
militant था वो.
That's all, yeah. I mean, whatever way you put it.
Okay.
But
So it was like in which year?
this was 2006.
2006. और आप उस पोस्ट में तो आप कितने लोग थे? You had a single officer?
Officer, yeah, a single officer. Baki, my company was there, so my men were there.
Okay.
So we, as a team, we surrounded and all that,
And you killed all the militants?
yeah, so we killed all of them. So,
Okay.
And yeah, so that ways, and then it transformed. It gave me.
So how long did the operation lasted?
It was a day.
Oh, full day.
Yeah, almost शाम हो गई थी. तो ऐसे
So no casualty on your part?
no, just one civilian, one girl.
Okay.
That's it. But otherwise, no.
She got injured or?
She died because she could not be retrieved
Okay.
from that place. That was it. But yeah.
Okay. And I know it's a harsh question, and many won't be comfortable answering this. So how many kills during your tenure?
So I was, with the help of others, my team and the men who were with me in my career. I don't know if it's a good thing to number it like that, but about 13, but in different places. But then it was all a team, so other people with you and all that, and as an officer, of course, you got the credit for it. So yeah, that many.
So like, of course, the life which is there in Army or Air Force or Navy, so we civilians cannot ever imagine or experience that, right? So coming back to the previous question, so after you leave the forces, so are there any nightmares or, I won't say regret because देश के दुश्मन थे, but any kind of nightmare कि ऐसा हुआ था, कभी वो आता है कभी जहन में, या कुछ ऐसा रह जाता है, एनी ओल्ड स्केलेटन्स, मतलब आई वोंट से बैड स्केलेटन्स, जो भी किया यू आर डूइंग योर ड्यूटी एंड देश के लिए था सब कुछ, बट ऑन अ पर्सनल फ्रंट मेंटली डज इट अफेक्ट्स यू?
I've heard people say that, but मेरे को तो नहीं हुआ ऐसा.
नहीं हुआ?
I didn't go through anything like
हाँ, बिकॉज
that.
मैंने बहुत सुना है कि कुछ लोगों को मेंटली या उनके मेंटल हेल्थ में जब वो रिटायर हो जाते हैं या मान लीजिए प्री मैच्योर रिटायरमेंट ले लेते हैं, तो पर्सनली कुछ लोग बहुत इफेक्ट होते हैं उससे.
मैंने सुना है कुछ लोगों को ऐसे.
सो आपके बैच में या जो किसी को आप जानते हो जो पहले थे, बहुत एक्टिवली ऑपरेशंस किया उन्होंने बहुत, और जब छोड़ा, सो वाज इट
I know
मेंटली उनको मेंटल हेल्थ में उनका इफेक्ट हुआ?
I know 1 or 2 cases. उनको थोड़ा सा ऐसा हुआ. It's related to this or it could be something personal. I don't know.
Okay.
But I didn't go through anything like that. It was like,
Okay.
yeah,
So it was like you consider it like a phase of your life.
phase of my life. Yeah, it was like we're all doing a job, so that came into my scene, and it happened.
Okay. So overall, how do you consider a career option in the armed forces? Because you have done full service, almost full service. 31 years is a very long period. So how do you consider this institution as a career option? I know there is a lot of respect, right? So because मैंने ऐसे भी बहुत स्टोरी सुने हैं कि आप अपने मर्जी से फौज छोड़ नहीं सकते हो जब तक आपका पूरा सर्विस नहीं होता है, या मतलब just let me elaborate the question. जैसे फौज में बैठा है आदमी, साल में 3 महीना के लिए सिर्फ उसको छुट्टी मिल रहा है, फैमिली से दूर है, वो बच्चों से दूर है, राइट? ऑब्वियसली रिस्पेक्ट बहुत है, राइट? एज एन अफसर, इवन एज अ जवान, इनफैक्ट इफ आई टॉक अबाउट माई सेल्फ एज अ सिविलियन, मैं मतलब फ़र्क नहीं देखता हूँ कोई अफसर है या कोई जवान है. इफ़ आई एम एड्रेसिंग, बिकॉज मैं पहाड़ों में बहुत ट्रैवल करता हूँ, चाहे वो हिमाचल हो, लद्दाख हो, या हमारे नॉर्थ ईस्ट में हो, सो ऑब्वियसली उनके साथ एनकाउंटर होता है, तो आई ऑलवेज एड्रेस देम एज सर. एक जवान को भी मैं सर बोल के एज अ सिविलियन एड्रेस करता हूँ. सो ऑब्वियसली द रेस्पेक्ट इज देयर विद द जॉब, बट कहीं ना कहीं मतलब बिकॉज यू हैव बीन into commanding your and you have commanded a lot of men, right? So as a institution, मतलब does it affects them or does it affects like कि आप कोई जवान है, वो 3 महीने के लिए सिर्फ छुट्टी में जा रहा है, फैमिली से दूर है, बच्चों से दूर है, बहुत सारे जो पीस के पोस्टिंग्स है, चलिए वहाँ पे जवान या अफसर फैमिली अपने साथ रख सकता है, बट कई बारी मे बी ड्यू टू शॉर्टेज ऑफ एकोमोडेशन वो रख नहीं पाते हैं, और ऑब्वियसली जो डिस्टर्ब लोकेशंस हैं या फ्रंट के लोकेशंस हैं वो फैमिली को नहीं रख पाते हैं. तो कहीं ना कहीं एज अ इंस्टीट्यूशन और एज अ करियर ऑप्शन, राइट? बिकॉज ऑब्वियसली थ्रू आउट यू आर इन अ डिसिप्लिन्ड लाइफ, यू आर टाइम बाउंड, यू आर इन अ डिसिप्लिन्ड लाइफ. सो उसमें आपका क्या कहना है? बिकॉज सिंस यू हैव हैड अ वेरी लॉन्ग करियर, almost full service. So I just want to get your viewpoints on that, because जो हमारे viewers देख रहे हैं, कल के डेट में बहुत सारे बच्चे they would like to opt for the forces as a career option, और वो होना भी चाहिए, right? So what's your opinion, and what will be your suggestions and advice for the younger generation to opt for a career and go for the armed forces actually?
So I don't know of a career where you have this kind of a qualification, where a Jawan has 12th pass or this kind of basic qualification and gets the pay scales that you have. They are enormous. Where do you get this? Where do you get where the army trains you, sends you for courses, looks after you, gives you accommodation, rations, everything, and this kind of a salary package? You don't get it anywhere. So those are, and then on top of that, when you get 2 or 3 months and you say that's very binding, where, in which career in the country do you get? Look at the civil sector. If you see a person's children, their entire childhood, cumulatively they don't spend that much time with their children, because what is he doing? He's going in the morning, he's got no time to himself, he comes back home to sleep only.
Both the parents.
Both the parents.
In nowadays, because both are earning.
And his pay scales would still be less than what the army gives you. So, firstly, you're looked after, the perks. एक यही एक नौकरी है जिसमें आपके मरने के बाद भी आपके लास्ट राइट्स तक के लिए आपके परिवार को पैसे दिए जाते हैं. You're taken care of in every way. Now tell me, which field, which human being can say, I've got a job in this MNC, I get this quality time, my children get these perks and facilities and sports and these lovely places. And that's the reason why, if you look at the children of army officers, how adaptable they are, how well they do, it's only because of the perks they've been given while they were growing up.
Right, right.
The pay scales are amazing. किसी 12वीं पास को आप बाहर ढूंढ लो कि उसको इतने पैसे मिलते हैं, उतनी तनख्वाह मिलती हो, accommodation
और
मिलती
जब
हो.
आप जवान के लिए ऑप्ट करते हो तो आई थिंक 12th पास इज द स्टैंडर्ड, राइट?
Yeah, so it varies for different trades.
Right.
I'm just generalizing it.
Generalizing, yeah.
Yeah,
So
but
abhi, if we can talk about, so what's the pay scale now for a jawan?
I'm not really very privy to what it's been some time.
Right.
But yeah, cumulatively, to start with, somebody almost reaches 50 grand as a jawan. His leave travel, his cumulative leave that he accumulates.
आज के डेट में आई थिंक जवान को भी राजधानी या फर्स्ट क्लास ट्रेन में फर्स्ट क्लास एसी.
But yeah, there are his travel compensation, his accommodation. So when we say कि उसको वो रह नहीं पाता या इतना टाइम नहीं स्पेंड कर पाता, I would say that is any day better than a couple working with an MNC, come home at night after traveling 2 hours every day. So this is a much better life. The money is good, the perks are good. So I think it's one of the best professions. Baki to when you want to complain, there's a problem in every situation.
Every
in
situation.
Life. Yeah.
And if you have entered with your education, if you have entered in NDA or IMA or OTA, तो life और ज़्यादा अच्छा है. If you have like graduated as an officer, right?
Yeah, its life is amazing, and I have learned one thing in the army, that you decide what you make of your life in the army.
Okay.
आपने अपने आप को कैसे घिसना है, क्या बनाना है, क्या करना है, those options are there. आपने अपने आप को किसी एक डायरेक्शन में घिसना है, आप घिस सकते हो. आपने अपने आप को स्पोर्ट्स में लेके जाना है, आपने पढ़ाई करनी है, आपने you get to choose what you want to become at the end of the day.
Right.
And whatever people are getting in the army, they are their choices. They chose those paths, and those are the dividends they ask for.
Right, right. So I think army is and will always be a very attractive and bright career option for anybody who wants to join actually.
If you've got some adventure in you,
Right.
if you're fond of places, people, our culture, this
Sports.
country, sports, this is the career.
And love for your country.
Yeah, I mean, everybody has that,
Right,
and
right.
unless you're into the monetary gain in every situation, then of course it's not a profession for you. But otherwise, even that is very good.
Right.
But if you would want to stay in a city with a lot of pollution and just push paper and be happy doing a desk job all your life, and you're scared of discovering yourself and any kind of adventure, then I don't think it's a choice for you. But otherwise, I think if you're fond of life,
fond of adventure, fond of sports, then it's a great
तो इसलिए
career
अगर इस
option.
करियर में अगर कोई कंप्लेन कर रहा है ना,
हाँ.
he's not so fond of life.
Right.
If you're fond of life, you'll only have good words to say about this profession.
Right. Okay, now talking about the current affairs of our neighbors, right? So what do you think the current situation जो भी बांग्लादेश में अभी बॉइलिंग एक चल रहा है, लाइक थ्रेट आता रहता है कि चिकन नेक को ले लेंगे और उस तरफ और फिर पाकिस्तान से, फिर उस चीज़ में आपका क्या मतलब करंट जो भी चल रहा है या जब आप थे लास्ट के 2-3 साल?
So I would be a misfit to comment on that because I have kind of, I'm not the right person to comment on all that
Okay,
because I have been on a different journey in this career.
right.
So
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
it gave me opportunities. I might agree with something, might not agree with something, but I don't want to politicize it.
Right.
And that was a role I was given. I enjoyed it, and now this is for the soothsayers and the people on TV and other people. What is happening? What is right? What we should do?
Right.
And I don't think I'm so qualified or at that position to comment on this.
Okay. Okay. So so now that you have like come out, and I know what you are doing currently. So you are also in the travel sector. You have entered the travel sector, travel and tourism sector, right? So फौज से निकल के कैसे आपको ये वाला सेक्टर, हाउ डिड इट अट्रैक्टेड यू और आपने सोचा कि अभी ये करते हैं?
तो मैंने towards the end of my career I realized I love meeting people. आदत पड़ गई थी फौज से.
राइट राइट.
I love going to new places, new cultures, new states, different states in this country. And the love of the different cultures of my country and the people, and I also realized that anybody I met in our country, any race, religion, tribe, any sect you meet, they will be like, we are like this, we are very nice, but be careful of so and so. And I found everybody say that.
Okay.
Wherever you went in the country. But at the end of the day, we're all alike.
Right.
Same insecurities, same issues in life. And so I realized if I'm fond of meeting people, trying new places, cultures, I love climbing mountains,
Okay.
trekking, cycling, biking, adventure basically.
Right.
So I thought, why shouldn't I do this? What I've enjoyed in the army, why shouldn't I take it up professionally
As a second career.
and do this for myself? If I can
Right.
do it in my job, let me just continue having an army career outside by doing the same things
Okay.
and enjoying myself. कि इतना अच्छा वहाँ फौज में enjoy कर रहा था, तो इसको how do I continue this journey? So the travel
So
industry.
नॉर्थ ईस्ट में कैसे, नॉर्थ ईस्ट को क्यों चूज किया सेटल होने के लिए? बिकॉज यू आर फ्रॉम अप नॉर्थ, पंजाब से हो आप, तो वहाँ भी हिमाचल है, लद्दाख है, तो पहाड़ उधर भी है. सो हाउ कम यू चूज नॉर्थ ईस्ट एंड पर्टिकुलरली मेघालय, शिलोंग में अभी आप सेटल्ड हो, सो कैसे चूज किया उसको? नॉर्थ ईस्ट ही क्यों?
नॉर्थ ईस्ट की ना एक जो सिंप्लिसिटी है वो बाकी जगह से अच्छी है.
Okay.
In the sense, people are more, they live for the day. Their other concerns of, they don't live as if they're going to live forever.
Right.
Yeah, so they live for the near future. They are simpler, easier to adapt to, and so Northeast is a region where you can most be yourself.
Right.
It's easier on your mind to be who you are, and the garbs and the camouflage that you wear, you can drop some of those in the Northeast. So
Right.
it's easier, it's much more fun.
Right. Right.
So, and I had friends, so yeah.
So how did Beetle Nut Trails was formed? When was it formed? How did you start it?
Okay, so Beetle Nut Trails was formed in 2024. When I retired, I said, okay, let's
Okay.
make this official.
Okay.
Let's-
So you had the idea before retirement?
Yeah, about 2 years before retirement, I started thinking on these lines.
Okay.
I thought, ऐसे ही कुछ करते हैं. So then I thought, let's make it official.
Okay.
Let's what is everybody else doing? So they've got a company. Okay, let's make a company. Okay, so they've got a bank account, they've got an LLP, they've got a things
GST
like
and
that,
all that.
GST number and all. So one by one,
Step by step.
it kept happening. I met friends who helped me do all this. तो अपने आप होता रहा. तो वो कहते हैं ना, you just decide in a direction
Right.
and take the first step, and somehow nature just accomplishes the rest
Accomplishes
for
you.
you.
Right, right.
तो वो सब फिर कायनात ने कर दिया अपने आप.
तो अभी फ्यूचर के क्या प्लान्स है Beetle Nut ट्रेल्स के साथ, ट्रैवल के साथ?
To give people experiential tours, so that when a person or people, when they come on a holiday, they don't just travel, take pictures, put it on social media and go back.
Right,
The aim is that they go back experiencing something within themselves, so that they can say that when they go back that I have changed a bit, something
Right.
has shifted, I'm not the person I was when I came here,
right,
and I saw something in myself. I met like-minded people, I went through a small transformation.
right, right,
And
right.
so that is the aim, not doing the usual taxi, food, mountain pictures and all that, but something personal, a personal journey, because every time people come and go, I meet new people, something in me also shifts.
Right,
So I am
right.
addicted to that experience.
Great, great,
So I
great.
want to do that.
And in fact, we have been talking about and planning about, maybe collaborating, working together, and giving people, basically the rest of India, the experience of Northeast, because I think Northeast has a lot to offer, right? So all the best for Beetle Nut Trails.
Thank you so much.
And imparting us with so much of knowledge and experience of yours, because I think there's a lot of things to learn from you.
Thank you.
Right. So it was an absolute honor.
Thank you. Likewise.
You
Honor.
having on the show. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And
Thank you, Sham. Thank you so much.
thank you. And so we have just come to the end of a wonderful podcast. So अगर अभी तक आप लोगों ने चैनल को सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है, प्लीज़ सब्सक्राइब द चैनल for more such interesting podcasts and travel journeys and motorsports. Please subscribe to the channel Rediscover the Northeast. Please like and share. Just 5 to 10 seconds का काम है, just वो सब्सक्राइब वाले बटन को क्लिक कीजिए और बेल आइकन को प्लीज़ क्लिक कीजिए. So thank you for watching. Bye bye.
Thank you.